Guys, this is NBA Breakdown Episode 1. We're discussing the NBA playoff bracket. Let's start with the East. Number 1 seeded Bucks versus 8 seeded Magic. How many games and who do you have taking this?
That's a sweep.
Bucks in 4. Bucks in 4. That's agreed. Moving on. Sorry. Number 2 seeded Raptors versus 7 seeded Nets.
I'm gonna go, as much as I'd like to say I'm gonna say 4-2.
I'm also going to say Raptors in 6.
Yeah, Raptors
I just
in
think Harris has been very dominant, but not dominant enough to take the series. I'll have Raptors in 6. Moving on. 3 seeded Celtics versus 6 seeded 76ers.
I have this, I'm gonna say...
I have 76ers in 7 again.
I'm gonna have Boston in 6.
I think Philadelphia will come through.
Actually, Boston in 7.
Boston in 7. You know...
This is one of the most questionable series, though.
I think Boston's too young. I think they're not experienced enough. I think Philadelphia, I think this is their time. You know, Philadelphia versus Toronto, it was last year when Kawhi took that in Game 7 and led that team to the finals. I think this is now Philadelphia's time. It wasn't their time last year. I think it's now their time.
We'll see what happens.
4 seeded Heat versus 5 seeded Pacers.
I think Heat do it in 5.
Heat in 4. Heat sweep Pacers. All right, Western Conference. 1 seeded Lakers versus 8 seeded Blazers.
I'm gonna say in 5. I'm gonna say Lakers in 5.
Yeah, I think Lakers in 6. I think they're gonna have a first round struggle. I think
they're not gonna sweep.
I think Damian Lillard's gonna go off, but I think the Lakers will have an easier road on the second and third round. No, not third round, but second round. 2 seeded Clippers versus 7 seeded Mavericks. I have Clippers in 5.
I have Clippers in 6.
Clippers in 6. I think Luka, very dominant player, just not his time yet.
It will be one day.
3 seeded Nuggets versus 6 seeded Jazz.
Ooh.
Nuggets in 4.
You think?
I have the Nuggets sweeping
I have
the Jazz.
Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6. Why?
I believe that Gobert and when you have Donovan Mitchell, I believe that they will have breakout games. Donovan Mitchell will have breakout games. Gobert will have a breakout defensive game, but the Nuggets are the better team.
All right. 4 seeded Thunder versus 5 seeded Rockets. This is a very good matchup. I love this matchup.
The Thunder are the 4 seed?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. I have Rockets in 6. Rockets in 6.
I have Rockets in 5. I just think the Thunder, they got here. I think when they're in a series, they're not going to be able to get far. All right, moving on to the second round. 1 seeded Bucks versus 4 seeded Heat.
Bucks in 6.
Bucks in 5. I think moving
the Bucks
on,
are going to win, but that round. The Heat, I think, are going to give them a bit of trouble in a few games.
I think they'll give them a bit of trouble. I think the Bucks will have so much motivation and strength that it won't take 6 games.
Giannis is going to have a breakout series then.
2 seeded Raptors versus either Celtics for you or Sixers for me.
Okay.
I had the 76ers beating the Raptors in 6.
I'm going to have, let's see, so Raptors Celtics here. That's kind of,
I am big on the Sixers this year in the playoffs.
I'm going to have, this is tough. I'm going to say Celtics in 7. Celtics in 7.
West. 1 seeded Lakers versus 5 seeded Rockets. I have Lakers in 4.
Lakers in 4.
I think James Harden's going to choke and LeBron James is going to, playoff LeBron's going to come out. 2 seeded Clippers versus 3 seeded Nuggets.
I have
Clippers in 5.
I am going to say Clippers in 7.
Clippers in 7.
I'm going to say Clippers in 7. I think Jokic is going to be solid.
You think we're going to get the Western Conference Finals you all wanted?
I do.
All right, let's talk about that. Clippers, Lakers, Western Conference Finals.
Lakers in 5.
I have Lakers in 7. I think this is going to be the most epic Western Conference Finals ever. Battle of the LA team.
You know what?
Lakers in 7.
I want it to be that. I think, but I just somehow think LeBron is just gonna take over. I don't want that, but I think he is.
Our Eastern Conference Finals are different. You have Bucks Celtics. I have Bucks Sixers. I have Bucks in 4 over the Sixers.
I have, honestly, I'm gonna say Bucks in 5 over the Celtics, but it's not gonna be more than 5 if the Celtics make it.
Bucks Lakers. Lakers in 6. No. Actually, hold on.
Milwaukee
Because Milwaukee's going to have home court advantage.
Milwaukee in 6, in my opinion.
I have Lakers taking it on the road in Game 6.
I believe Milwaukee will
He has
do it.
Milwaukee winning the chip.
I believe if they get to Game 7, the Lakers will have an advantage.
He is Milwaukee in the chip. Giannis MVP. I have LeBron winning the chip. LeBron MVP.
Alrighty.
That's our
We'll
take
see
in the
what
NBA
happens.
playoffs. Stay tuned for episode 2 of NBA Breakdown. Peace.
I'm in a